Magandang buhay at naritong muli ang inyong matinik at ang musikero upang magatid na naman ng kaalaman sa larangan ng matematika. Ang ating pag-uusapan, Geometry of Plane Surfaces Part 1, Informative Session. Pero bago natin simulan ang ating session, kung maaari lamang, kung bago pa lamang kayo sa aming channel, paki-subscribe na muna ng ating channel and at the same time, paki-press ng notification bell at ng like nang sa gayon ay lagi kayong updated sa aming mga videos. Ngayon naman ay maaari na nating simulan ang ating usapin. Ang ating pag-uusapan, Geometry of Plane Surfaces. At ang ating mga objectives, una sa lahat, at the end of the chapter, the students would be able to classify simple plane geometrical figures. Second one, calculate perimeter and other distances of basic geometrical figures like rectangles, circles, squares, ellipses, sectors, segments, polygons, etc. And complex figures that can be obtained by combining simple geometrical figures. Para sa ating pangatlong objective, calculate areas of simple geometrical figures and complex figures that can be obtained by combining simple geometrical figures. For the fourth one, use properties of similar triangles to calculate unknown parameters of plane geometrical figures. Panglima, solve real-world problems involving perimeters and areas. At ang ating panguling objective, solve real-world problems using properties of the right angle triangle, the Pythagorean theorem. So ating pag-uusapan ngayon ang ating plane surfaces basic knowledge. Bilang panimula, ating umpisahan sa ating circles. Ang ibig sabihin ng circle, a circle is defined as a closed plane curve, every point of which is equidistant from a fixed point within the curve. Siyempre, ito ang figure ng ating circle o ang tinatawag nating bilog. We have now the origin or center of the circle. Ang tawag naman natin dito is diameter. And then, para sa kabilugang sukat ng ating bilog, circumference ang tawag natin dyan. And then, ang kalahati ng diametro ay tinatawag nating radius. Regarding about circle, ay atin ding pag-uusapan ang angles in a circle. Inscribe angles subtended by the same are equal. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin yan? Atin lang iguhit ang ibig sabihin ng angles in a circle. Given a circle and a line inside the circle and another line inside the circle. Point A and also we have point B. And then we have this angle X. Without changing our points A and B, try nating ilipat ang linyang ito sa ibang posisyon o ibang point sa surface ng ating bilog. For example, ililipat natin yan, ang ating line sa posisyon na yan. And this line also to this point and another point. From point B at saka dito sa point na yan na tinuturo ng ating arrow, may epekto ba? Magbabago ba ang angle? Actually, hindi. Pareho lang ang angle sa kanina at sa bagong representasyon ng ating dalawang line ngayon na nakabuo ng isang angle. At kahit ilipat pa natin yan sa anumang point ng ating bilog, halimbawa dito sa point na yan, Lilipat ko yung line natin from here. Change natin ang position. And then this line also to this position. Ang angle ay hindi pa rin magbabago. Kahit sa ang point natin ilipat ang mga lines natin, ang x value natin para sa ating angle is always the same. At yan ang ating theorem regarding about angles in a circle. Inscribed angles subtended by the same are equal. And then we also have angle subtended by the diameter is 90 degrees. At yan ang ating representation. Pangalawa, central angle is twice any inscribed angle subtended by an arc. At ito ang ating representasyon para sa kahulugan ng ating central angle is twice any inscribed angle subtended by an arc. Yan. So 2x ang angle natin dito. Starting from the center of the circle na bumubuo tayo ng isang angle. From this line and another line, 2x. Kapag ang ating line ay inilipat natin sa certain point sa taas, and then hindi naman mababago yung mga points dito, ang kalaati nito is actually angle x. Yan ang ibig sabihin ng central angle is twice any inscribed angle subtended by an arc. At yan ngayon ang ating representasyon para sa theorem ng ating circle na central angle is twice any inscribed angle subtended by an arc. How about the sector of a circle? A sector of a circle is the portion of a circle enclosed by two radii and an arc. It resembles a pizza slice and is equal to the number of degrees in central angle of sector where S is the arc length of the sector. So yan ngayon ang figure ng ating sector. And then we also have the segment of a circle. A chord of a circle divides the circle into two regions, which are called the segments of the circle. The minor segment is the region bounded by the chord, and the minor arc intercepted by the chord. The major segment is the region bounded by the chord, and the major arc are intercepted by the chord also. At siyempre, yan ang representasyon ng ating segment of a circle. Followed by next information, ellipse. An ellipse is a shape that looks like an oval or a flattened circle. An ellipse is also the locus of all points of the plane whose distances to two fixed points add to the same constant. At siyempre, ito naman ang representasyon ng ating ellipse. Followed by the polygons. A polygon is a closed plane figure bounded by the three or more straight line segments. An equilateral polygon is a polygon with all sides being the same length. An equiangular polygon is a polygon with equal interior angles. Any polygon that is both equilateral and equiangular is referred to as a regular polygon. An irregular polygon has sides of differing lengths and or unequal interior angles. At siyempre, ito yung iba't ibang itsura ng ating mga polygons. Iba't ibang klase yan. Merong 4 na corners, may 5 corners, may 6 na corners, meron ding 3 corners. Regular star polygon naman ang ating pag-uusapan. Ano ba ang ibig sabihin yan? Regular star polygons can be created by connecting one vertex of a simple regular p-sided polygon to another non-adjacent vertex and continuing the process until the original vertex is reached again. At siyempre, yan ngayon ang ating mga stars. Another set of stars na may iba't ibang klase ng mga corners at numbers ng corners. Then we also have the triangles. A triangle is any polygon with three sides. At yan ang representasyon natin bilang halimbawa ng ating triangles. We also have the properties of triangles. The sum of all internal angles of triangle is always equal to 180 degrees. This is called the angle sum property of a triangle. The sum of the length of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the length of the third side. For the third properties of triangles, the side opposite to the largest angle of a triangle is the largest side. Any exterior angle of the triangle is equal to the sum of its interior opposite angles. This is called the exterior angle property of a triangle. Now, let us proceed to the different types of triangles according to by length of sides. Una sa lahat, we have the equilateral triangle. Ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng equilateral triangle? Equilateral triangle is a triangle which has all the three sides of the same length. At siyempre, ito naman ang ating representasyon para sa equilateral triangle na pare-pareho ang sukat ng bawat sides. Second one, we also have the isosceles triangle. Isosceles triangle is a triangle that has two sides of the same length and the third side of a different length. At syempre, ito naman ang representasyon ng ating isosceles triangle, kung saan ang dalawang side ay laging equal at ang pangatlo naman ay naiba ang sukat. For the third one, we have the Iscalin triangle. It is a triangle that has all three sides of different lengths. Magkakaiba ang sukat ng bawat sides na meron ng ating Iscalin triangle. And then, for the other types of triangles according to or by internal angles. Una sa lahat, we have the acute angle triangle. Acute angle triangle is a triangle that has all three angles less than 90 degrees, followed by the right angle triangle. Right angle triangle is a triangle that has one angle that measures exactly 90 degrees. Oblique angle triangle is a triangle that has one angle that measures more than 90 degrees. Then we also have the special cases of right triangles. Una, meron tayong tinatawag na 45 by 45 by 90 degrees triangle. In this triangle, two angles measure 45 degrees and the third angle is a right angle. The sides of this triangle will be in the ratio of 1:1 square root of 2 respectively. This is also called an isosceles right angle triangle since two angles are equal. Second one, meron din tayong tinatawag na 30 by 60 by 90 degrees triangle. In this triangle, this is actually a right angle triangle since one side or since one angle is equal to 90 degrees. At ang isang side dito is actually the hypotenuse definitely, no? The angles of this triangle are in the ratio of 1:2:3. And the sides opposite to these angles will be in the ratio of 1:square root of 3 square root of 2 respectively. This is a Scalene right angle triangle since all three angles are different. Okay, proceed pa tayo. We also have the quadrilaterals. Atin naman ngayong pag-uusapan ang iba't ibang klase ng quadrilaterals. Pero ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng quadrilaterals? Quadrilateral means any polygon with four sides. Quad means four. Lateral means side. Any four-sided shape is a quadrilateral but the sides have to be straight and it has to be two-dimensional. A quadrilateral is an enclosed four-sided figure which has four angles and four vertices. Now let us talk about the angle sum property of quadrilaterals. Ang ibig sabihin, the sum of all the angles in a quadrilaterals is always 360 degrees. Ngayon naman ay ating pag-uusapan ang iba't ibang klase ng quadrilaterals. We have now the different kinds of quadrilaterals. Una sa lahat, meron tayong tinatawag na square. A quadrilateral with all congruent sides and its angle a right angle. At yan ang representasyon ng ating square o ang tinatawag nating kwadrado. Let us talk now about the properties of a square. Diagonals are congruent for the first property. Second property of square, every angle is a right angle. For the third one, it has four equal sides. Opposite sides are parallel. Panglima, diagonals bisect each other. Each diagonal is perpendicular to bisector of the other. Ngayon naman ay ating talakayin ang napapatungkol sa rectangle bilang pangalawang klase ng quadrilaterals. Ano nga ba ang ibig sabihin ng rectangle? A rectangle is a quadrilateral with its angle, a right angle, and opposite side congruent. At syempre, ito ang mga properties of rectangle natin. Una sa lahat, every angle is a right angle. Pangalawa, opposite sides are congruent. Opposite sides are parallel. Diagonals are congruent. Diagonals bisect each other. At yan ngayon ang representasyon ng ating rectangle o ang tinatawag nating paryaba. Trapezium or trapezoid. The quadrilateral in which only one pair of opposite sides are parallel. Property of trapezium, only one pair of opposite side is parallel. At syempre, yan ang representasyon ng ating trapezoid. Ating pag-usapan ang napapatungkol sa rhombus. Ang kahulugan, a quadrilateral having all sides congruent. Properties of rhombus, all sides are congruent. Ang ibig sabihin, equal length. Opposite sides are parallel. The two diagonals are perpendicular. Opposite internal angles are congruent. Any two consecutive interior angles are supplementary. They add up to 180 degrees. At yan ngayon ang representasyon ng ating tinatawag na rhombus. Sumunod naman ang parallelogram. A quadrilateral which has opposite sides parallel. At syempre, ito ang mga properties ng ating tinatawag na parallelogram. Una sa lahat, opposite sides are parallel. Pangalawa, opposite sides are congruent. Opposite angles are congruent. Diagonals bisect each other. At yan ang representasyon ng ating tinatawag na parallelogram. Sumunod naman ay ang ating tinatawag na kite. A quadrilateral in which there are two pair of sides and its pair is made up of adjacent sides that are equal length. Properties of a kite, two pairs of adjacent sides are congruent. One diagonal bisect each other. At syempre, ito ang representasyon ng ating tinatawag na kite bilang isang klase rin ng quadrilaterals. Hopefully, marami po kayong natutunan sa ating session na ngayon. And sana marami kayong nakalap na mga informasyon regarding about geometry of plane surfaces. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po. Papuri sa Diyos magpakailanman. Mabuhay ang bawat kabataang Pilipino. Maraming salamat po.